looking dapper.
Yeah, I just happened to give them their own room. Because I had enough room. In fact, I kind of picked this house to move into for that. I wanted them to have a space that they... Are you guys trapping a hatch in this door? You scoundrels. Could you please just open the door so the hatch can leave? Because I think that's remarkably nice. Is anyone working? Oh, you know what? Priorities are probably... Well... I guess we'd probably want someone doing a job of... Engineer. Cassandra! Be an electrical engineer, please. Generator tuning, microchip crafting. Mechatronics engineer. Conveyor rail system construction. This is awesome. Exosuit. +2 to athletics. Oh, diolch yn fawr. Nom nom nom. Are you going to stream? No? Okay. Lady Sheila, I wasn't sure if she was going to stream earlier or not, but I think she might be off to bed now. Right. Well, Cassandra, if you could possibly start prioritizing operation jobs, that would be awesome for me. Food has decayed! It's gonna happen. It will. Rotten bristleberry can be taken elsewhere. This place is just filling up with horrible... Weird alchemists just randomly sleeping on the stairs. Fine. We try not to think about it too much. How's the construction over here going? It's not going terribly, at least. Is that full? Yes, it is full. Wow. Let's get us 2 more. And again, these will only be for swept things, so they'll be there to clean up everything around here. Now, the reason why I put these airflow tiles there is because, again, if this produces something and there's not enough room for the gas, there's too high a pressure of the gas around it, it'll lose the hydrogen, and I really want the hydrogen. So by putting these tiles there, I'm just giving them a little bit of extra room that the gases can move around. Now, outside of here, let's have a look. We're going to want gas filter. I guess it can be whatever. It doesn't really matter to me too much. I want... Let's see. Sure. I'll pop it there. You're going to want, well, regular gas pipes. Moving along here. Same thing down there. Actually, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter pipes if I do it like this. Now, the hydrogen should pop up, and then all that's left is basically going to be oxygen. So we're going to run that all the way down and then back to the base in time. But for the time being, I would like a gas bridge because this is going to be important to send direct to my power plants over here. Now if I go and have a look all the way down here, bottom left. Right, yep. Need to get to the bottom left. So I can go like this. And we'll split it evenly between them. Might not be the best way to do it, but we'll see. And the rest of it can then go this way and feed into this potentially, but not just yet. I'm thinking. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully that gets moved reasonably soon. Now we're going to want, as soon as we've got enough to be able to make that, we'll find metals. Heavy watt wires coming out of these. both of them. Oh, dread. How much can this carry? Max power 2 kilowatts, max power 1. This is a little bit better then. So I could use conductive wire. Simply because this isn't going to produce more than 2 kilowatts. So I could just use that instead of the heavy watt wire. I mean, granted, I'll only be using how much is it? 100 of a non-refined metal, but yeah, this would be better for me. So have that go up and then across to a battery, and then eventually all the way through. Up there, and eventually we'll get the rest of that done. Actually, that was refined copper, wasn't it? I should make it out of gold simply because I've got a lot more of that. So cancel power wires. There we go. Let's go for the gold. Then we'll sort the rest out. Oh, thank you very much, Sumi. Very, very kind of you there. Thank you so, so much. Memorial Rewrite is still ongoing, by the way, and if I recall correctly, the rework is going to be available on Steam. Yes, I've actually already got access to it. The developer gave me access to it a while ago. If you're talking about Ignomoria, in that case, yes, I've got access to it, and it's actually coming along really, really well. Good call. Let's not have that open. Auto, please. There we are. The main thing is that the hatch is no longer trapped there. There we go. Sorted. How far off are we? Yeah, we're close enough that it's probably not a significant issue. How much organic algae? We've got enough. Find metal. We need a lot more. I would love it if this was getting done more, but it's not. Why, I don't know, but could you please make gold amalgam continuously? For now. Cyrilak, no, it's not made with the same devs, but it is made with permission from the original dev. Sumi, I just popped by to say hello before I'm going to go to sleep. Oh, take care, mate. Have a nice sleep. I really, really do want... Ooh. This being... Oh, that's being analysed, sure. Oh, this one. Somewhat analysed, but not enough yet. Let's copy these settings. Copy across. Like so. They're just leaking polluted water from the ice. I'm surprised this liquid hasn't frozen, honestly. Oh, freezing point is -20. It might get there. Temperature here. Oh no, the temperature in part of this place is cold enough, but that liquid should have frozen. I'm not sure. Does the game actually model phase changes with like that the water can freeze? I have no idea. I want this to be isolating hydrogen. Realistically, what we're going to do in this room is we're not just going to feed hydrogen to the anti-entropy thermonullifier. Instead, we're also going to... Well, actually, given that, we're not going to have enough, but we'll see. We're also going to be feeding hydrogen into a small room, because if we are going to use this to cool stuff down, it's going to do it very, very well. But obviously, you need a medium, because it's going to be drawing the heat energy out of the air. So we're going to want to fill that, and hydrogen happens to be a pretty good gas for that. So we'll have pipes around here that will be our CO2 radiator pipes, and then the hydrogen itself will be in this space to act as the to get cold, and then the hydrogen will react with the heat from the radiant pipes, and then this will react with the heat from the hydrogen, and so on and so forth. Hopefully, that's what I hope. Anyway. Don't remember to have seen them in second-hand shops here in Switzerland. What are you looking for? Herbal teas tend to work really well, blah, blah, blah. If you have Amazon Prime for free delivery, you can link it to Twitch and get free Twitch Prime as well. Yes, that's true. Second-hand shots. I'm just moving back a little bit. Anyone know where I can get a 0.5 litre, greater than 0.5 litre mug? Oh. You can probably buy it on Amazon, but yeah, second-hand shops are a pretty good place to look for. Second-hand shops are a great place to look for anything. Everyone seems reasonably happy. Yeah, Speaker Blair has just subscribed for the 16th month. Hey, Aavak, it's been time since last purchase, since we last saw you. Aztec values your patronage. How was your product brand? Electronic paper. Blink once to bring up our latest offers and receive an additional 0.5% off your next purchase. Electronic paper. I do need to get back to Metasleen, actually. She wants a bit of advice regarding setting, GMing some Shadowrun. And we might get a dappling Shadowrun night going on, which would be amazing. Why is that not getting oxygen? I guess that suit is not getting enough, but wow, that's really shocking, actually. Shocking. I guess we are actually feeding a lot down there, to be fair. Suppose it makes sense, actually. Guess it makes sense. Rightio. Howdy on then, peeps. We need more work done. Chop, chop. The air pipes don't work like that anymore. Oh, really? Oh, okay. They need to be split before the first exosuit. Well, alright. Thank you so much for that, because I would have not noticed. Chars, we will get that. So, well, actually, first we'll do this. Deconstruct gas pipes there. And once that's done, we'll move it along. There we are. Thank you. That was done very fast. Then we will go womp womp. There we are. And then we'll have two. And it'll be glorious. We'll finally get some work done at a reasonable pace. Have we managed to... Oh, there we go. Okay, so analysis complete. Do I get any more information? Miniature volcano that periodically erupts with molten magma. Magma 81.1 kilograms at 1726.9 degrees Celsius. Eruption period 91 seconds every 11,957 seconds. Active period 109.2 cycles over 147.9 cycles. Next, dormancy, 85.3 cycles. I'm not actually sure how to read this, I'll be honest with you. I mean, that seems reasonable. It'll erupt for 91 seconds every 11,957. But what's this active period? How does that factor into it? Does this only count down during its activity? I'm not sure. Erupts in 7.3 cycles. But it's pretty cool to have all of that info. You know what? Since it's going to erupt, how about we just clear this out? Okay? All of this is going to get down here. It'll cool the magma. Also probably produce a load of steam, which will be great and fun to watch. Cancel that just to make sure I can access the door around here. Okay. Additionally, we're going to want to clear out all of this pretty much. It'll only erupt during its active period. Okay. What's the slime used for? We can use slime to create algae. The eruption period is only on during the portion of the active period. Okay. What's wrong, Sumi? Sumi, what are you... You're crazy. This place is actually now just a CO2 pit. I realistically need to push O2 in there. So, with that in mind, let's get a break there. Oh, there we go. We are actually filling that up now. Little by little. Bit by bit. It is happening. I sincerely hope you're not there in 6.7 cycles time. There we go. That's fine. Building lacks resources. Yeah, that's fine. There's going to be lots of buildings here that are going to lack resources. Do we have... No, we have not made any more... gold. I have no idea why we're not doing that. It's due to be done. I'm not sure. Why is this not being done? Operator would have assumed. I would definitely have assumed operate there. Let's get you two also helping out and we'll see how that goes. Welcome back, Leafin. A mod where the people printer prints beef if we choose not to accept someone when it's ready. I mean... I would help. I'm not going to lie. There's definitely room for that. We've got a hopeless amount of food, though. That being said, actually, no, we don't. So, continuous, please. We've allowed that to drop down a bit. We can afford for another duplicant, though, so let's go ahead and choose a new duplicant. Grease monkey. Tinkering +3. You don't want to dig, that's fine. Sure, okay. Bubbles shall be joining the colony. But who will Bubbles be? You have... let's see. We've already got Sumi. I think we've got an unspeakable as well. Do a pop quiz. Alright. Pop quiz on what? Let's make it amusing. We could go for something to do with my current Cataclysm Let's Play. What is the name that I have given to the shopping trolley that Brutus Salazar is currently using to empty out the town with? In conjunction with his car, but what's the name of the trolley? Death Cobra. Very well. Battle trolley it is. So Death Cobra, here we are. Well done. Also, have you noticed? Very low latency. I'm pleased by that. Let's do a test, okay? I'm going to wave my hand in a moment. The moment I do, type wave. In fact, type wave first, but just don't hit enter so that we've got, people's typing speed isn't a part of this. So when I wave, hit enter on the word wave that you've pre-typed. Just so we can test what the latency is. Because I'm currently running the beta low latency thing with Twitch. So, now. About 3 seconds. 2-3 seconds. Somewhere around there. Very, very fast. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. I only saw this kind of latency on the YouTube streaming previously, so I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed, I must confess. Let's get that all the way over there. There we go. And slowly but surely, we're bringing this place together. Yay, latency to Africa, 30 seconds. Wow. Yikes. Video shots show 3.23 seconds to leaf in. Yeah. Close enough, yeah. I mean, there's going to be slight differences. Obviously, some people are going to be, literally the other side of the world to me. So it's not going to quite work for them. But it's very low latency for some people, which is, as good as we can get it, really. Let's go ahead. I would like you to go just remove all of this. If we can. There we are. Let's have a look. I would like to remove liquid pipes. All the way along. To here. We'll allow that liquid pipe to be there. I want all the rest gone. Should be liquid pipe bridge. Good, that's being removed. Just the liquid pipe. Deconstruct that one, please. And then I would like to remove power cables. All of these should be taken out. All the way back to there. There we go. We've finished this little area. Are you going to get much done? Yeah, actually. Excellent. Though you're only doing tiny little bits of work, which is not exactly the most efficient way of doing it. Oh, actually, no, you're getting some sandstone done over there. Oh, fantastic. I approve. Because you can carry so much sandstone now, you can get a reasonable amount of digging done. Good, good, good. Food is decayed. Oh, well, that's fine. What was the food doing there anyway, is the question I got on my mind. Because that seems dodgy. There shouldn't have been food in that place. That is not the right place for it. But let's get Death Cobra. Let's get you training up as a gopher. I want everyone to be able to do that. Chibi, let's get you training up as a courier. There we go. Aavak found my secret fruit stash. No. There is something wrong with you if that's your food stash. It's compost pile. Oh, it's gotten too cold in here now. Okay, uprooting you. It's far too cold on this side. I'll leave that there for now, but you need to be elsewhere. Could place it in here just to cool that room down a bit. To be fair, that room is quite cool, though. Instead, no, we'll place it down here. Right about there, that'll do. There's quite a lot of heat being generated in that little area. We're doing okay. Ooh, actually, no, we produced half as much oxygen there. That is not good. Are we out? We are out of algae. Poop. That is because we are out of slime. Triple, double, quadruple, quintuple poop. Not necessarily in that order. Okay. Well, should have noticed that, I guess. We've got some... There's loads of places for algae around, though. So we don't need to worry too much just yet. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's do this instead. So that it matches up. Very much like those removed. Please. Where's the other algae that we've seen around the place? Of which there is large amounts. There's algae over here. Sure, we would like this to be dug up as something of a high priority. Yeah. And sure, let's get all the way over here. Any more algae? Yes, loads of algae, actually. This is why it became a problem, is because I was so used to having just ridiculous amounts around the place. I stopped worrying about it, and that was my first mistake. I will also dig over here, and then just dig down. There. Crack on them, people. That is a lot of work for you to do, which is going to distract you from doing this work, but oh well. We're slowly getting it done, though. Now, I will need to supply some regular power over here, just to kickstart the system. But once the system's going, it will hopefully generate enough power to be self-contained. Hello everyone, Duck. I have absolutely no idea where this is based, so also no idea what the game is. Right, okay. Let's see. Oxygen not included. First and foremost, this is an early access game. It's basically an alpha. So understand that. It hasn't been completely fleshed out yet, but the more or less idea is it's some generic sci-fi situation. You and your crew wake up in a mysterious asteroid. Basically a little cave dug around this printing pod. Now, the general theme of the characters and the idea of printing them and the fact they're called dupes, duplicants, whatever your crew was, there's probably some severe form of genetic degradation at this point. I mean, you know, the Venture Bros have nothing on the amount of just gene shenanigans that have probably gone on here. All the dupes are a little bit derpy as a result. But the idea is you're on some mysterious asteroid and you just build out and you try to make a base which is if not self-sufficient, if not self-sustaining, then as close to as you can. Just you last for as long as you're able to. We've gone up to 176 cycles. You can give your duplicants different things to do. They have to make their food. They have to try and find a source of water. Not because they drink it, but because a lot of water is used in cooking early on. You can actually kind of move away from that with time. You have to like deal with their lavatory and hygiene needs. And so, for example, I've got a little grey water system over here. They produce polluted water by using the lavatory or the shower. That gets recycled into regular water through the use of sand in these water sieves, and then pumped back, and then that's used to clean them, so on and so forth. It's a really, really fun game. I really, really enjoy it. Marussia. Hello, Aavak. Can you go over the stuff you've built in this stream since I came in late? What's in the ice region? Well, what we're working on right now is I am moving our oxygen generation over here. So this is going to be a self-contained little area. It's going to produce oxygen and power and hydrogen, and it will use the hydrogen to power itself with 2 hydrogen generators. It will also, where possible, pump a little bit of that hydrogen into the anti-entropy thermonullifier, which is basically an alien artifact. We can't build these, and they are super awesome. It requires hydrogen to run, but effectively, from what I understand, infinitely drinks heat. So it super cools the atmosphere around it, which is great, because we're going to try and make a radiator system. I'm going to use the CO2 that people are just breathing out, because they're breathing in oxygen, breathing out CO2. We're not really doing anything with the CO2, so it's accumulating. I'm going to start pumping that into pipes. Now, hydrogen's one of the best gases to use for temperature shenanigans, but because we have no particular use for CO2, and it'll get it out of the way and turn it into something useful, I'm going to have the CO2 being pumped into a series of sealed pipes, into a closed system. Well, there'll be input, but there'll be no output. The CO2 will run through a system of pipes around the base, which will be built in such a way that they are thermally reactive. So we're going to be using radiating pipes, so that the pipes will drink in the heat of the base and warm up the CO2 that's moving through them, and eventually it'll make its long, winding path down here into just a little, like, kind of coiled radiator system around the anti-entropy thermonullifier, which is going to rapidly drink that heat off it, and that's cool the CO2. The CO2 will then be pumped back into the base, where it will drink more of the heat, and that way I'm going to move the heat out of the base and get rid of it. And thank you very much, everyone Duck. Thanks for that brilliant explanation of the game. Although I didn't mind being oblivious, because I came from your high-quality, soothing voice and chat. Oh, thank you. That's incredibly kind. Both for what you said and for the magnanimous dispensation. Right, let's get a Wheezeward down here, please.
Looking dapper.
And thank you very much, Too Many Errors, for the second month resubscription there. Thank you so, so much. So, what we're dealing with right now, I mean, this is the thing. The asteroid is bordered with neutronium. You can't get out of it. So it's an entirely enclosed space, but there are ways for matter to get in to the asteroid. Ultimately, with enough time, everyone's just going to die from pressure, I would imagine. Unless the vents eventually just shut off because there's too much pressure so they can't push stuff in which case maybe we'd be okay. But eventually it's all going to collapse. But long before that happens, like, this stuff brings in this matter. So in the case of this, it brings in steam. So, water vapor. This one brings in chlorine gas. This one transfers in magma. There's probably another one that's around you somewhere. I don't know where it is, but there's another one around you somewhere. I just don't remember where. But there are ways for things to enter the asteroid. There's just no obvious way for us to get it out. But long before we suffer the inevitable death of there just being too much stuff here and it crushing the life out of us, we would cook. Because there's no way to get rid of the heat. But this is a way to get rid of that heat. This is going to be a way for us to vent that heat. back to wherever it comes from. So that's going to give us a little bit of extra time. It's going to buy us a little bit of time. And that's rather nice of it, honestly. Building lacks resources. Conductive wire. Well, you know, I'll get to it eventually. Let's get all of this swept. Isn't there a void to remove things? I don't think so. Maybe there is. I'm certainly no, you know, authority on this game. Air pressure is going down. Yeah, we really do need that algae. Kind of redonkulously important right now. Super badly need the algae. Please go and get it. Otherwise you're all gonna suffocate to death. And that's not a very nice way to go. That will allow us to access everything around here. We'll also grab these, since slime can be turned into algae. It's just really inefficient. It's so hot here that this polluted water is turning into steam. And is then... So it's leaving just basically dirt. Clay or dirt around. This is getting so hot now that it's purifying the polluted water here. We could use this as a way of completely sanitizing, because the steam kills the germs. The germs can't survive in steam. It's way too hot. We could use that as a way of generating plenty of clean water, but there's no real reason for us to go to that length when we've got other options. They're a bit less energy inefficient. They're less energy efficient because, you know, we need energy for it, but it's not so bad that it's a concern. Yeah, running all of this off that is not enough. We don't have enough power, in fact. We're starting to struggle. To be honest, starting to struggle a bit. Could I get the wheezewort? Oh, sorry, the wort we planted in there. Yeah, we need to get this up and running rather quickly. I'm not terribly worried about not being able to manage this, though, and the colony eventually stopping, because there has been a patch come out and we are missing... There are certain critters we will never get. For example, there are now fish. I want to have a fish, but I want to have a fishery so that we can fish for delicious, delicious meat. But alas, we cannot have one. It is denied us. Oh, hello. Once again, Cassandra is the one that gets lost. Well done, Cassandra. Never, ever change. Let's get that over there for you. And you know what? Wait. How did that... This is a sealed suit, Cassandra. How did that get out? I don't believe it should have. I think you should have been made to suffer in your little sealed suit full of your fart gas. You did it to yourself. Hurry up and sort this out, please. Grab the sandstone and build your way out. You definitely need to get there. Go, go, go. And the next one. There we go. You're free! Go. Cassandra has been making the lives of the other dupes a pain in the bum. Actually, that's kind of punny, but it wasn't intended. But she's been making it very uncomfortable for the other dupes for quite some time. She seemed to want to just follow Leafin around wherever he was doing work and just kept farting on him. Now, I don't believe that, or at least I like to imagine, for some reason, I don't really know why I want to... actually, I do know why I want to imagine uncomfortableness on Leafin, because it's fun. But I imagine that it wasn't the case that Cassandra just happened to be doing the same job and overexerting herself and having a bout of flatulence. No, just really crude humour. Just kept walking up to Leafin. It's like, Leafin, pull my finger. No. And she just kept asking. And in the end, he just figures... My life is going to be significantly easier if I just do what you want. Fine, I'll pull your finger. And she farts in it. It's like, oh, yes, very funny, very funny. For the 8 billionth time, now please go. And then she goes off and content. She goes somewhere else. Sage of Dragons, a lovely name. Thank you very much for the subscription. Yes, I have a hockey game in the other tab, but watching Aavak primarily because priorities. And I tabbed over just into time to see my team tied up. Oh, well done. How are we doing over here? Are you ever going to actually get this stuff done? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have given them a slightly higher priority. That might have actually been a good idea. How about we do that all on an 8? And you get it all done. I am a derp sometimes. Often, actually. I'm a derp a lot of the time. How much gold do we have? We have no refined gold. I don't know why. I really wish we did. What does this require? It's got a gold amalgam in there. Is it that it doesn't have enough power? Does anyone in chat know why they're not making me gold with that? If a dupe builds Cassandra's head into a ceiling, I bet it's revenge rather than derpitude. Yeah, probably. Probably. Priority of the Goldmaker is I've set it up to 9 just because it's like, please get this stuff done. Oh, maybe it's because it's got copper. Oh, empty the storage. Maybe it's because they put copper in there first. I don't know. We'll see. That might have been it. Oh, it does have power, because the power point is there. The bridge just happens to be... I already discovered that one. The bridge connects there, but the input for the power is there, so there is a heavy watt cable connecting it. It should have power. Otherwise, it would have an icon to let me know as well. But hopefully, it's okay. We'll see. Once we've got a decent production of oxygen over here, then we should be in a bit of a better position, but we'll see how long it takes me to get there. My farms don't eat CO2. I don't think the plants consume atmosphere. I could be wrong. I don't think it does, though. If someone could let me know, actually, in chat, that would actually be really super useful. Now, but one thing to be aware of is the method that I'm looking for with the CO2 and using it as a radiator does not destroy the CO2. It's simply a place for me to put it for now. So I can use it for other things later on if I should find the need. Because it's not being consumed, it's not being turned into dry ice or anything. In fact, it wouldn't be consumed if it was turned into dry ice, it would just be being condensed. That the idea would be that the CO2 would just be filling up a large network of pipes that would gradually cool down my base. Some plants need the CO2 atmosphere, but I don't believe they consume the gas. I could be wrong, though. But yeah, you are right. There are some that will only grow in CO2. But I don't believe they consume the CO2. I could be wrong. They don't use it. They just need the atmosphere of it, yeah. can grab more of that in time. Slowly making our way through all of this. It's going to take us a little bit, though. We're starting to get a decent flow of algae into the colony now, though. I'm also going to say this. Let's get this built down all the way down to here, please. And for now, just go ahead and dig all the way across. There we go. How are we doing that? How, Cassandra? How did you do it? How? How is this happening? Why is it always you? How are you doing this, Cassandra? Oh, you're going to drive me to drink. Ah. Cassandra's amazing. I haven't got enough iron ore. Oh, okay. We've got iron somewhere over... There we are. Actually, we've got plenty of iron ore up here as well. I would like some iron ore. Please deliver it to me. There we are. That will do. You know what? I think our dupes need some more reasons to be happy. Now, I'm going to bet an ice block does actually melt. It will melt over time if not kept sufficiently chilled. Glorious. No, we're not. I want to. Just put it in there and everyone's constantly getting soggy. But they like it because it's a lovely ice sculpture. But no. It would keep the place cool, mind you. But no. We will... Yes, you can use granite for it. Do it as a 6, though. Don't do this as a super high priority. But get it done. Eventually. Eventually, it must be done. There we are. Aavak, one of these days, Cassandra will get stuck with the volcano, and no one will be there to rescue her from the lava. Well, then... Honestly, that's going to be a pretty epic death. There we go. It has recently erupted, and all of that polluted water has turned into steam. Well done. I mean... Honestly, we could actually make that into a purifying area. Just constantly dump water down there. Anything we want to be purified, just put it in there. Volcano will make it happen for us. That'll be grand. Cassandra. Keeping my eye on you. Keeping my eye on closely on you. You are not to be trusted. You are no mistake. You will get yourself killed. Let's get the other hydrogen generator up here, actually. Sure, pump. Leafin, thank you very much for doing work. And not getting yourself stuck. I really appreciate that, actually. Unreachable food. Why? Poo. I just said thank you for not getting stuck, Leafin. You have gotten stuck. I feel this may be my fault. So, as compensation, I will build this thing. On the plus side, you're getting a lot of work done. I need to get you guys stuck over here more often, actually. You know, just need to trap you every now and then. Make this priority 8. So that... oh my lord. So that you don't... No. Leafin's gonna die. How much oxygen have you got left, Leafin? Is there a way for me to find this out? Best of luck, Leafin. I mean... yeah, good luck. I hope you don't die. I hope that someone rescues you. But if they don't... I'll have them build you a nice tomb. I will die? Will I be freed from this mortal coil? Maybe. It might be a thing that transpires, yes. Hopefully someone does actually come and rescue, though. I was joking about being okay with you dying. You're like one of the most useful colonists in the colony right now.